Hi, Tours. It's Evan next week today, so it's gonna be a cigar review right now. So yes, the actual cigar review pretty cool. Big ass cigar for life. So big ass reviews for life. So I want to talk about this cigar right now. The Quorum Churchill 7x48. This is a medium-bodied cigar on pipesandcigars.com. This is a bundle cigar. So I've had many of these. Probably a lot. I've just never done a review because Quorum cigars, they're technically like bundle, like a Flor de Olivia, and basically, while they are technically handmade cigars, they are cheap, as in the cheap asses in the big ass cigar. So, long story short, they are not cigars, they're like actual premium handmade, they are bundles, they're just a step above like a Michelin made cigar. So, long story short. The first third is mild, sweet pepper. So you light a Quorum up, you get an initial mild, sweet pepper, smooth taste, a little bit harsh, a little bit gritty, a little bit bitter. Nothing overwhelming, not very strong, actually very mild. Quorums are very mild. And a lot of people say, and myself included, give you a little bit of that ammonia head rush, which indicates they aren't aged for very long. A little bit of harsh nicotine, harsh ammonia feeling. Second, third, same basic flavors. Little bit of a smooth taste, a little bit like a sweet, nutty, smooth, sweet flavor. Last third, same flavors, plain flavors. Very plain overall. Quorums are extremely straightforward, very plain. Nothing to say about them. In general, bundle cigars with a few seconds here and there, like Rosa Cuba, are just very plain, very mild, not very interesting compared to Padrones, where you get like a lot of complex, deep, rich flavor. So, and complexity is typically with very high quality aged tobacco or tobacco that's processed the right way. So, overall strength, mild to medium. So more of a harsh nicotine, harsh ammonia buzz, but they do give you a little bit of a buzz. Nothing overwhelming. Nothing. Very mild. So Quorums, in my opinion, are extremely mild cigars. You really have to pop them and bring them to the back of your throat, which does irritate your throat a little bit, to get that nice throat hit. So, and I do appreciate a throat hit. And Quorums aren't bad cigars, they're just cheap bundle cigars. Cheap ass like the big ass cigar. Retrohaling notes, smooth, pepper. So, Quorums, they do produce a decent retrohale through the nose. I do retrohale them. You don't really have to retrohale them to get the full flavor because they're just so darn mild, so damn mild, that unless you retrohale them every 3 to 5 pops, you won't get a lot of flavor out of them because they're just so mild, which is typical of bundle cigars. Aroma, nice smell, type of cigar smell. The burn was fantastic. So burn on Quorum cigars are decent. So they do require a touch-up every 15-20 minutes, which is typical of cheaper cigars. And don't expect a whole lot. So they do require a touch-up here and there, and I'm just going off of my general knowledge of these cigars. They generally last between 45 minutes and an hour, so if you smoke them really fast, probably 45 minutes, 40 minutes. They do have a decent burn time. For a cheap cigar, they do produce a decent burn time. So, decent burn time, usually around that 50-minute to hour mark, which is actually not bad. So for a Churchill cheap cigar, because a lot of bundle cigars tend to burn very quickly, and it's nice to have a cigar that actually burns longer for a cheap cigar. They lasted for just around an hour or so. Price point, very cheap. You can find Quorums as cheap as $1 or $2. Yes, literally. They typically come in bundles. You don't see them as singles. You buy them in the bundle. So, I reviewed Quorum cigars on my channel a long time ago, back in 2011, 2012, because what was the story? I think it was my mom, who was a teacher, actually, her friend at school actually used to give them to me for free cigars. So that was back in like 2011, 2012. I would have been 20, 21 years old. I remember my mom's friend always would give them to me. And obviously I was of legal age, so she's not giving them to somebody who was underage. So, but I remember I used to smoke Quorums quite a bit back in 2011 or so, or like even 2010. That was a long time ago. I've been 19, 20 years old. But long story short, they're not bad cigars. I mean, for $1 to $3 a piece, typically you're going to buy them in bundle, and bundle of Quorums can go anywhere from $20 online in retail all the way up to $45. So depending on the quality of them, They do make a Quorum Maduro, Quorum Shade Wrapper, like Connecticut, so those might be a little bit more expensive because they do have a little bit higher quality, but Quorums are not half bad. I mean, a lot of people say they're really crappy and shitty, but honestly, I don't see the point. I mean, actually, I prefer them over Flor de Olivia, so Flor de Olivia actually is way too tarry for me. I've smoked Flor de Olivia for about a year or so, and they are the big-ass cigar, the big-ass Flor de Olivia, and honestly, I prefer Quorums because Flor de Olivias have too tight of a draw, and Quorums have a looser draw in general. And also, I find Flor de Olivias to be way too tarry. They just way too tarry tasting, and also tar comes out of the end. So I actually prefer Quorums over Flor de Olivia, and they're actually cheaper. So 7/10 rating. They're not bad cigars. I mean, they're nothing like a Padron, nothing like an Opus X, nothing like an Ashton or a Fuente. But honestly, they're not half bad. So they're nice, cheap-ass cigars like the big-ass cigar. Anyway, give me your thoughts. Bye.